This short podcast is about the disarming of 14th Native Infantry of the British East India Company's Bengal Army, which proved to be a very costly affair for the British Army's Her Majesty's 24th Foot, which was sent from Rawalpindi to disarm this unit. As you can see, this is my hand-drawn map depicting JHELUM cantonment, and as you can see, this is the bridge of boats, the old bridge. Now the new bridge is west of this bridge downstream. So this bridge is the bridge you see from the new bridge, which is and this bridge is upstream this old bridge. And now this is the railway bridge. As you can see, this is JHELUM cantonment, as you can see, and this is the 14th Native Infantry marked like this, you see, and this is the 39th Native Infantry, which had already been sent by the British to Shahpur and Dir Ismail Khan. The artillery had also been sent, so only unit left here was the 14th Native Infantry, and as you can see, this is the Grand Trunk Road coming from Rawalpindi to JHELUM. There is a mazar here, civil lines, as you can see. This is the JHELUM city, as you can see, session judge's house, cavalry lines, no unit here, and the road going to Lahore, road going to Pindadan Khan, as you can see. So Her Majesty's 24th Foot had marched from Rawalpindi, as you can see, and the plan was to disarm the unit. Now this is the map illustrating the disarming. At Dina, sealed secret orders to disarm 14th Native Infantry were opened, as previously no one knew the object of the march. This unit, 24th Foot, was marching from Rawalpindi, a British unit, with a cavalry unit, the Multani 15 Lancers, at that time only known as the Multanis cavalry, and this unit had no idea why they are going to JHELUM. At Dina, the sealed secret orders were opened, and at Dina this British unit came to know that they have to disarm the 14th Native Infantry. As you can see, they marched along the road like this towards the cantonment. The Multani cavalry went on the eastern flank and opened and placed a roadblock towards the south, so that this 14th Native Infantry cannot go to Lahore. And when Her Majesty's 24th Foot tried to disarm this unit, 14th Native Infantry, there was strong resistance, and the 24th Foot lost a large number of people. The fighting continued till night, and during the night the rebels withdrew to the Kashmir State via the JHELUM river. This you can see, upstream they went across the river at night. Most of the rebels were caught and executed, but that is another story. The bottom line is that Her Majesty 24th Foot lost heavily in disarming the 14th Native Infantry. This is the JHELUM church, built in 1857, and I visited this while doing research on this small action of the 24th Foot. As you can see, this is the JHELUM church. This is the gate of the JHELUM cemetery, where the soldiers who died, the British soldiers who died from it, 24th foot are buried, and I could discover the grave of Captain Spring. Captain Spring of the Her Majesty's 24th foot had missed the Battle of Cheliamwala. The layman reader may note that 24th foot had fought the very bloody Battle of Cheliamwala in 1849, 13 January, and in this battle 24th foot had been repulsed and had suffered heavy losses, over 200 killed, including the battalion's commanding officer and most of the officers, as well as the brigade commander, Brigadier Pennycook, who was also from 24th foot. And Captain Spring of 24th foot had survived this battle because the 24th foot had two battalions. One was at the depot in England and one was in India. So at that time in 1849, Captain Spring was in the depot in England. So he had survived Cheliamwala. Ironically, Captain Spring was killed on 7 July 1857, 35 years of age, when 24th Foot tried to disarm the 14th Native Infantry. As you can read this inscription, in memory of Captain Francis Spring, Her Majesty's 24th Regiment, who died of a wound received in action at JHELUM against the mutineers of the 14th Native Infantry on 7th of July 1857 in the 35th year of his age. And this stone is sincerely erected by his widow and other officers who knew him. So I had photographed this in about 2020, and this is a very interesting part of history of JHELUM, and I hope readers who are familiar with JHELUM will find it interesting.